Hey, what's going on, you guys? If you guys to the channel, we'll be down back with another one take review. And today I got one for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now, this film has been out a week now, so I really don't see myself being able to do this review without getting into spoilers. I just feel like I have to at this point. Just a regular review, just pretty much not in the cards. But if you're looking like for a quick, short summary, non-spoiler summary, here it is. There is a great cast amongst. There are really no weak links in it. There are some spectacular fights and some great visuals. The third act gets kind of like comic booky, you know what I'm saying, typical third act type stuff. Which kind of like was disappointing. I felt like way too many flashbacks, and there was a flashback for literally everything. There was a flashback right before literally just about anything important happened. Um, Simu Lee, I think Simu Lee, as Shang-Chi is great, and his chemistry with Aquafina is fantastic. I kind of feel like at its core, it's kind of like a grounded story, but I think it kind of gets like elevated by some of the crazy things that happen. The best thing I can compare it to, if you don't really know much about Marvel, is I'm a DC guy, so I didn't really know, but this is just a picture, a movie about Ra's al Ghul in the League of Shadows, and Ra's al Ghul just so happened to have a son. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect explanation of it, because I swear, even like the hideout of the Ten Rings organization's hideout looked just like the League of Shadows. I'm like, okay, that that's exactly what this is. Like, God, there's no way you can. I can see it as any other way, and then like the whole daughters and stuff. I'm almost positive. You know how Marvel and DC take stuff from one another. That's pretty much what this felt like, you know. But yeah, I would have rather see the third act be something different. It wasn't bad. It's just, and it was actually good. You know what I'm saying? To an extent, it's just in a movie like this, I would have preferred something else. Nonetheless, the film is really good and quite enjoyable and entertaining as hell. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there you go. Now that was for the people who wanted a non-spoiler review. Now let's get into spoilers. Uh, like I said, they have flashbacks way too often for me. I like the fight scenes on it in it are great. I don't know which fight scene was my favorite. I know it was that one from third act. Not, I really feel like I'm going in on this third act, but that's not necessarily the case. Uh, but what I will say, as a movie about like one of the greatest like kung fu fighters in the world, if not the greatest, I wanted to see that in a third act. And then the power of the Ten Rings never necessarily like the way his father Zhu Wenwu, the way he was able to conquer so much stuff over thousands of years with the power of the Ten Rings. I'm like, he used them as boomerangs, and he had like a shield. Like it really felt like Captain Boomerang mixed with the dude with the whips from Iron Man 2. I'm like, I thought these rings were supposed to be super powerful. I just don't see that power right now. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things I was just like, okay, cool. I guess so. I guess it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that got to me. But overall, that third act is what kind of gets me. One, like the father's not necessarily an actual villain. I would have preferred we actually had a villain. Then like they have their fight, and it's like it's mimicking what we saw from the mother early on. And I'm like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that at all. But it's like I want to see just like them go at it, and like them using the powers of the rings kind of like takes away from the fight. I wish the rings would have got like knocked over somewhere, and they just would have had them just a one-on-one fight just to see who wins. Then whoever wins get the rings, then go over and beat the giant monster who becomes the villain. Becomes the last obstacle. Even though we didn't really know about him till like I want to say right before the third act or in the third act. So I was just kind of like lost with that. And then this dragon, well, I didn't really pretty much know about, comes up, saves him, and there we riding Shenron from Dragon Ball Z, which is absolutely looks amazing. Like that's what I said. Like the third act wasn't bad; it looked amazing and it was cool as shit. It's just I would have preferred just a regular fight, and a normal villain because like you kind of sympathetic with the father because like over 1,000 years this guy has really he really has never had an equal. You know what I'm saying? Somebody looked at you as an equal until his wife. Then he looked at her as an equal because one she whooped his ass and it's like okay cool now he's in love. I don't even know how long he was in love. He was in love long enough to have like kids and shit. So did that and he's living that old good family life, and then like it kind of like gets messed up because of some thugs came and beat up his wife so bad she died. I'm just like, damn, ain't got no security. Like you a big dog. Like yeah, they didn't even shoot her. Like they just beat up to the point that she died. I'm just of course he went the when he went back and stepped on there and that was cool. The train, I mean not the train, the bus fight. That shit was some gas. That shit was some gas. Like that's why I was saying I didn't know necessarily which fight was mine for the fights in the stadium. I like the fights that was going on in like the little glass. I was like pretty interested in them too. I'm like, well, I wish we could just like see what's going on in all because I think the fight choreography was uh, great. It's not like the best I've seen in a film or something like that. Um, because there's still like certain pauses and everything. Or I don't I personally don't really ever care for like slowing something down like the slow motion and like those fights. I'm like they keep it at that same speed. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm more entertained like that. Only time you really just have to like stop the motion of them fighting is when like maybe they're like setting up doing their like stance and everything like that. Uh, I'm trying to think. Um, I thought Aquafina was great. The chemistry was great. I thought the girl who played the sister, Minga Zhang, who plays Xiling, I thought she was really really. She was great. She a boss, and I love that end credit scene with her, like pretty much running the 10 rings, like leaning off on it. You know what I'm saying? Got the red. I said, damn, this shit hard. I want to see her. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to see her some more. But yeah, I hope this like did what a lot of people wanted it to do for them, like for like the Asian community. I hope what I'm saying they appreciate it, and I hope they were represented well. I don't think I have any Asian friends that I can call and be like, hey, y'all, what you think about this? But I hope it did. Yeah, because now I feel like I'm kind of rambling. I really like don't have anything to go on or any notes that I took because I think it's pretty much like a straightforward film. You have a guy who meets this woman, gives up both of them give up their lives for each other. The woman ends up getting killed because of this man's past. You have a kid brought back into something because of his past. So it's just like, all right, bet, just and like eventually they have a dragon versus a soul eater at the end. And yeah, and Aquafina who just started like shooting arrows the day before was able to deliver a a momentum turning blow. I'm like, come on now. I get that she's probably about to be a part of like the crew and everything. I don't know they're gonna kill Hawkeye over like, oh, we already got a guy with arrows. We need a girl. My daughter is doing that too. So it's like talking like, hey, bro, I'm the arrow dude. So I don't know exactly about to go on. And then we get a scene where they like something about the rings is important. The rings are sending off a beacon. I don't know much about the 10 rings. I really didn't really care for the 10 rings powers. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier because this is actually not even one take. This is actually a second take. I recorded a whole review and then threw it all away. But the powers of the rings felt like the whips from Iron Man 2, the whiplash from Iron Man 2, and Captain Boomerang. You know what I'm saying? That's what they felt like to me. Like I'm like, you mean to tell me can nobody step on this dude with just these powers? Like, come on. Like, granted, he was also a skilled fucking fighter. He was cold as hell with them hands. I'm like, you mean to tell me nobody can like, yeah, get a little pistol in there and hit that boy one time, get in close range and pop him with a pistol? Like, come on now. Uh, I feel like I'm critiquing the hell out of this movie, even though I liked it a lot. It just, I don't know. It didn't hit for me like I wanted it to, man. I'm gonna be honest. I thought it was decent. I thought it was decent, man. Uh, but damn, the fights were good, and it was funny. But like not laugh out loud funny because I don't think I ever just like ha ha ha. I'm just like that was good, you know. So I think it's average. I think it's average, an average Marvel movie with some entertaining visuals and some great fight scenes and a story that's simple enough for anybody to understand. Except for the fact does the rings give him powers to like maintain his age? That's one thing I wanted to know. Why could the mother only use her powers in that place? Can like nobody use their powers outside of that place? I love the animals in that place too. Like one of the nine tails fox or like the nine tails from like a Pokemon. It was them Pokemon. I don't care what nobody say. So yeah, I think those are the ones. Only question I had. If I have any more, I just ask them on Instagram. So yeah, you guys let me know what y'all thought of. Oh, I'm grading it. I'm giving Shang-Chi. I think like a B minus. I'm gonna say a B minus. Be real. Uh, if you seen Shang-Chi, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys staying safe. I'll catch you with you guys later. Peace.